Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video for my Christmas series of 2022. I hope you're all having a very good day so far, and today we are going to be taking a look at something very special indeed. That is the NECA Ultimate Alien Hunter Glow-in-the-Dark Predator from the Kenner-inspired series. Now this is actually quite a rare and difficult to find figure now, so I was very lucky to find it down in Taunton when I was out toy hunting with my mate Lee. So big thank you to him. He's pretty much made it possible to own this figure, and I just can't believe that I do. I got it for a very reasonable price, and I mean, as it says on the packet, this is a very, very special Predator figure indeed. So let's take a look at the packaging, or at least what's left of it. As you can see, I did get this guy open. Because this is an older NECA Predator, I did worry that maybe it was going to be broken in the box, so I just wanted to double check, and actually it's pretty good. Like, you know, it does have some issues here and there because it's an older NECA figure, but it's good, you know, there's nothing severe wrong with it, so I'm very happy about that. So as you can see, this is back when they had that sort of inspiration from the Kenner packaging. It was a blister card because this isn't an Ultimate Predator figure. I'm not even sure, do we still get blister card NECA figures anymore? I don't think we do. So yeah, that just goes to show you this was a different era. Now you've got all the people involved at the bottom there. You've got Glow in the Dark, the Ultimate Alien Hunter, very nice image of the figure all lit up. Predator, all new Additional Articulation with removable mask and 3 spears. Now what I think they mean by that is this was one of the first Predators to have the new updated articulation. So that's really, really interesting. On the back, it shows off some other figures that were available at the time. This one I very almost got a few years back, and I really wish I'd picked him up. I was really silly for not doing that. 2016, so as you can see, this was quite a while ago. I wouldn't have really collected NECA figures back then, not with the reputation that they had. So here we have, once again, the figure looking very cool. Stalker Predator, not the one from the Predator 2 wave, it's a completely different one. And here is a bio, if you guys want to pause the video to read that. It has that really awesome Kenner packaging that's very 80s inspired, and all the other figures in the wave, really love that. And the figure, which is very nicely revealed. So if we just take the backing off, what you can see is the sort of City Hunter, with a sort of purple background and a sort of pixely explosion, which is very interesting. So I just want to say a quick apology for the lighting. I have filmed this quite late in the day. In fact, it's getting dark and it's a bit gloomy here in England at the moment, so there's no sun. But this is actually going to play to the figure's advantage, which we'll get onto very, very shortly. And hopefully, if I keep this light shining on it long enough, we'll have an opportunity to see something very cool indeed. So let's get this guy out of the box. So here we have the glow-in-the-dark Stalker Predator out the box, and isn't this just the most unique thing that you've ever seen? So unlike any other Predator I've ever seen before, this guy looks absolutely fantastic. So it's difficult to really know how to aim the camera to get him all in shot, but I just wanted to show off this amazing armor that he has, covered in spikes. A bit difficult to get out the packaging because of it. He'll often catch on the plastic when you're trying to remove him, so try and be patient and try and be careful. But yeah, from what I can tell, this is the Jungle Hunter body, or at least that's what it's based off, but just with very different armor over the top. And as you can see on the chest piece here, you even have a xenomorph face, which is very, very cool. You've got all of these sort of spikes coming off the wrist gauntlets and the shoulder, and all down his waist here, and even on his shins. You've got human skulls on his shin pads, which is also very interesting. It has a very sort of biomechanical look to it, this armour. You do have some washes of bronze in certain areas, and the armour itself is a more burgundy brown with these sort of copper bronze washes, especially on the back where you can see he does have his medical kit here. Now, unfortunately, something that keeps happening with this figure is the hand keeps falling off, so that's one quality control issue. It's not the end of the world, but it does fall off quite easily, so like I say, you do have to keep an eye out for these things when collecting older NECA figures. And another problem is one of his legs is longer than the other. I'm not sure why that's happened, but it does mean that he does stand a little bit wonky. I mean, actually, he can stand pretty well, but just he doesn't stand entirely straight, so it's really just a case of adjusting him to get him in the right stance. But I just want to take a look at this face. I mean, how cool is that? So you've got these enormous horns that come out the top of his skull here. You've still got all of the traditional dreadlocks that have all been done in this translucent plastic here, which looks very, very awesome. Traditional Predator sculpt, but you do have some additional teeth at the bottom. And I just love this brown wash that's been done over the top, but I love how they've kept the eyes entirely clear. It does give him this very kind of ghostly look, and I really, really love that. As you can see, you've got some cables coming from the xenomorph face around here. It looks very Giga-esque, and I absolutely love it. You've got the ball joints under there. So the entire Predator underneath has been sculpted in the glow-in-the-dark, sort of translucent, whitish green plastic, and I just love how NECA still gave the face that sort of brown brushing just to make the details pop a little bit. I think if they hadn't, the details would have been too soft. You wouldn't have been able to really notice all those additional things in there. So around the back, you can see he does actually have quite a lot of armor. In fact, I think this is the most armored Predator I've actually got. There goes the hand once again. But I'll just put that to one side a moment. So with accessories, what you do get is this awesome, awesome biomask. Now, as much as I love the face on this guy, I'm not going to lie, I think this is how I will be displaying him. So as you can see, you've got these even bigger horns on the mask. You even have all of the inside, which has sculpted detail in there. And this is friction held, which means you kind of just align it up with the face and then give it a little push, and it stays on there really, really well. I mean, doesn't that just look absolutely awesome? I adore this guy, honestly. He does also come with a web shooter, which is from Predator 2, actually, and even the sculpted hand to fire it, which just slots in there. So if you want to clip this hand on, you can. You just pop that off nice and easy. Bit difficult to get this hand on. You might need to heat it up a little bit, but hopefully we can get... Right, well, you get the idea. That doesn't really want to pop on that hand. Like I say, guys, it's old NECA, so you can expect some QC issues. But yeah, you could pop that on and have it look like he's about to launch his web. And this is stored actually on his left leg, which is new. And what you do is you just line up the pieces and then just slot them in like so, and it holds on there relatively well, so it really just completes the look. But like I say, this guy just looks absolutely awesome. Now, what is awesome is he comes with an extendable combi stick. Now, this is the more Alien versus Predator style combi stick, so it is very thin and brittle, so just be careful with it. But he does come with two closed combi sticks, so one for each hand, and they do slot into his hand very, very well. It's just a case of getting them through, and we can do that now. They are a bit more loose in this hand because this hand is a bit more open. However, this hand is sculpted to hold them very, 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 very well, so you can kind of just clip that in there, get the thumb around, and there you are. It does hold it very, very well. Now, what's even more cool about this Predator in particular is these can actually be stored on his back. Now, they have two little clips here, and all you do, you move the dreadlocks out the way, you just line it up, and hopefully this works, and just clip them in, and they are held in there very, very tightly, which is very good. So like I say, just move the dreadlocks out the way, line it up, and clip it in, and it's really, really nice storage once again. So I've no worry that I'm going to lose these accessories because I can actually store them on the Predator, and if I want to, I can even have this third combi stick in his hand. Let's get the fingers round. So I've no worry at all that I'm going to lose anything, and that is just absolutely awesome. Obviously, there is this alternate hand, but I'll keep that safe. So this guy is absolutely amazing. In fact, despite him being an older NECA Predator, I still think that he is definitely in my top 10. In fact, you know what, guys? He might even be in my top 5. A few QC issues here and there, so I don't really want to move him too much, but once you get past that, it's a great figure. Now, articulation, if you guys know Predator articulation, it's nothing new here. They do have the double bend at the elbow at this point. You've got rotatable gauntlets, rotatable hand. A head is on a ball joint, so you can look forward, up, side to side, all the ways that you want to. You can bring the arms out slightly, but they are hindered by the armor, so be careful with that. There is a full rotation at the waist because there is a ball peg joint. Now, obviously, there is no ab crunch because the armor is far too thick. There's no way you'd be able to get an ab crunch joint in there. You can bring the legs forward and back if you want to, and also swivel them, but I don't want to do this too much as I don't want to loosen them. You can also bring them out to the side. There is a double bend at the knee, but obviously the armor will restrict this slightly. And lastly, the feet are on ball joints. So it's everything that you come to know. Obviously, you don't get the ab crunch because of how thick the armor is, but this guy actually stands really, really well. It's just this hand that buggers me, to be honest. But, you know, for an older NECA Predator figure, I am really, really happy with this guy, and I'm so, so happy that I picked him up. Okay, guys, and now for the moment you've all been waiting for. Wow. That actually worked better than I thought it was going to. So, you can't actually see this as well on camera, but my god, in hand, that just looks incredible. It's actually quite amazing to think that the camera can even pick this up. So, yes, it is starting to fade quite a bit, and it will do as soon as you take it out of the light, but actually, for my eyes, I can still see that very, very clearly, and I can also see the eyes on the helmet lit up, so I'm going to try without the helmet, because I have a feeling that the face will light up a lot better. Okay, guys, 3, 2, 1. Wow. Oh my god, that's amazing. That's absolutely amazing. Guys, I hope you can all see that. That looks incredible. Let me just bring... So, as you can see, on the camera, it is starting to fade. It only stays, like, as bright as that for a short time. But for my eyes, I can see this incredibly well. And what I love is that the brown textures are highlighted. So, when you can see the glow in the dark, you can still see all of the face detail. That's incredible. Like, you see, all I need to do, guys, is have the light on him for just a few seconds. And then it does still last. That's absolutely brilliant. Now, obviously, it's only having light on the one side, so you can only see the one side light up. But that is absolutely brilliant. Now, in terms of the Predator mask, I'm trying to get the eyes to light up. I hope I can do that. If I just hold it really close to the light. Yes, oh my god, guys, look at that. Look at that. That actually looks better. That looks better on camera, actually. Hold on. I have got a really bright studio light, so if I just get that up. Wow. Guys, this is awesome. I absolutely love this. Like, you know, sometimes a lot of these glow-in-the-dark toys don't really work that well, but I am very happy to say that this one does. So, overall, guys, I absolutely love this Predator. He's a lot of fun. He looks very, very different. You know, if you're building a Predator collection, this guy is definitely going to stand out on your shelf. I think I am going to get him a stand just because he's an older figure, but actually he does balance really, really well. So, I think it's just a case of maybe not moving him all that much. But honestly, I mean, you guys have seen how well the glow-in-the-dark works. It's absolutely fantastic. So, we're going to draw this review to a close here. Overall, I'm going to give him, I want to say an 8 out of 10, but I'm going to give him a 7. Now, some of you might be like, oh, no, but what? It's because he's an old NECA. His articulation is a bit lanky. He's got a few QC issues. But if this guy was modern NECA with updated ball joints, you know, and just much more sturdier made, and still had all these features, it would be a 10 out of 10, and I mean that sincerely. But if you haven't got this in your collection, guys, if you missed out on it, I would highly, highly recommend that you track it down for a reasonable price, which I was very lucky to. This guy is a load of fun. I really, really enjoy him, and honestly, he's one of my favourites, straight in the top 10, possibly even the top 5. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you're all having a great Christmas wherever you are in the world. Stay safe and happy, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.